Salman, wow, what a performance by Daniel Dubois. Beautiful performance, knocking Nathan Gorman out in the fourth round. The fight started with, Dubois. The first round was fairly close, but I thought Dubois got the better of it. It was a punch-perfect performance. Second round, Dubois started landing clean shots, putting Nathan Gorman down in the second round. And then after that, it just looked a matter of time. Dubois was very clinical, very good. A lot of people thought that Gorman's speed is going to give him trouble. Gorman's footwork is going to give him trouble. But, he completely neutralized him and battered him from pillar to post. Really, Gorman was getting battered in there, if I'm honest with you. And he completely outclassed and beat Gorman up. This guy's a special talent, isn't he?
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't think it would be that quick of a blowout. Thought it might go the distance, but he showed his boxing ability in that fight, and I think he's gonna go really far. I think he's got a really good chin as well, so I think he's a full package. He's got fast hands, he's got powerful punches, and he's got a good chin, and he's got good boxing ability. And I personally think Daniel Dubois will be a future world heavyweight champion of the world.
How far do you think he's away, Daniel Dubois, from facing the top boys in the division?
I don't think that far at all. I think he'll be ready in around, how many fights has he had?
I couldn't tell you. What, probably 12? I don't know.
I think within the next 5, 6, 7 fights, I think his next fight should be someone against like an Alexander Povetkin.
Do you think? No, that's too early. Maybe George Joyce.
No, I don't think I think he'll beat George Joyce. I just think George Joyce is a sitting duck, really. I think he'll beat George Joyce. I just think George Joyce is very lethargic. He doesn't really have much punch power. I think he'll destroy George Joyce. Personally, I think he'll knock George Joyce out.
I don't know. That'd be a good fight, I think.
No, I don't think so, because I just think George Joyce is big. He's a juggernaut.
Yeah, I'd favour Dubois.
I think Dubois will chin him. I think he'll get knocked out.
Dubois looks powerful. Dubois looks really strong.
The thing is with George Joyce, he's just someone that throws a lot of volume, but it doesn't. There's no meaning on the punches, and I don't think he's gonna beat. I think he'll beat.
What did you make of Dubois' performance against Gorman?
It's perfect, because you got to realize Gorman was slipping and sliding,
He couldn't really get out of the way. He couldn't really get out of the way of Dubois' punches, could he? So what did you make? What did you make of the knockout?
I think it was a sensational knockout. Gorman couldn't get into the fight. He couldn't get into his element. He was just getting battered. He was getting battered after battered after battered. And then eventually he got knocked out. You could tell you got cut. As soon as you start getting cuts and stuff, then you're about to get knocked out, in my opinion. Because that goes to show that when you get cut, you start bleeding, you lose confidence. And I just knew it was a matter of time until he was going to get knocked out. And he did get knocked out. He got hit with a punch back of the head and he was gone. He was KO'd.
So what do you want to see next for Dubois then? List the fighters that you would want to see him fight.
I think, to be honest, I think they should fast track him. I think he's a lot better than what people think he is. I think Nathan Gorman's a decent fighter as well that he beat. I personally think he should go in there with the likes of someone like Alexander Povetkin next. Because I don't see Alexander a big threat to Daniel Dubois. Because I think
he is.
I think
Povetkin's class.
I think Daniel Dubois has a chin. That's the reason why I say that. If his chin was a bit wary, then I would say no. But I just think he'll be able to.
Do you think this Daniel Dubois is a better prospect than what AJ was?
I think at the same time they were probably about the same. They beat around the same level.
But AJ's chin is not as good as Dubois.
Yeah, that's why I think also. That's why Daniel Dubois might be able to go further in the sport than Anthony Joshua. I don't know about making money, but I'm pretty sure about him going further in the sport. I think he'll probably, as a boxer, could go potentially even further than someone like Anthony Joshua, because he has that chin behind him as well. Not to say Anthony Joshua doesn't have a chin, but he might have more punch resistance. But personally, I think he's going too slow. I don't think he deserves another cherry pick. I think he needs to go in there with a proper fight.
Nathan Gorman wasn't a cherry pick. That was a very hard fight.
But what I'm trying to say, he beat him easily. So there's eventually going to come a stage where Daniel Dubois is not going to win easily. And that's going to be against someone that's going to be a lot better, like a Ruiz, like a Povetkin. He needs to go in there with people like that, because who else is he going to fight?
So you'd put him in there next with someone like Ruiz,
I'd put him
who's
in
a champion.
there. I'd put him in there with someone like a Ruiz, Joseph Parker, certainly Joseph Parker, or someone of that caliber, or Oscar Rivas, fighters like that come to fight. Like that's not fighters that are going to test him. I don't want to see him in with fighters like this, like where he's supposed to win. I want to see him in fights where they think it's a 50-50 fight. Somewhere like how Joshua fought a Klitschko, you know, after not many fights, 16 fights. And he needs to go in there because he has the potential. But now he just needs to prove it against fighting like some of the top guys. He's definitely ready for Joseph Parker, in my opinion. I think he can beat Joseph Parker. Let's see. But if he doesn't, then it goes to show that he's found his level. But we're only going to know how good Daniel Dubois is once he goes in there with the top dogs, you know. But let's see. He might be the real deal, but we don't know. For all we know, he could fight. He could end up stepping up to like someone like a Joseph Parker and get knocked out. So we don't know. Let's see when he does step up, and if he can handle it. If he beats those guys, like if he steps up and beats Joseph Parker, then he's right up there. Then he's gonna fight the champions. Then he can't fight any lower. That's why I don't think Frank Warren will put him straight into the deep end, because I think if he was to beat a top fighter, then there's no turning back from that. And he's too young, and Dubois only 21? 20, right? 2021. AJ wasn't 2021 when he turned pro. Dubois got 7-8 years to nurture into a good fighter. But I don't think his career will go. I think his career, by the time he's 24, 25, he'll either be a world champion or he won't. Because I can't see him going any slower than he is, because he knocked out Nathan Gorman, was a slippery customer, and he's knocked him out in 5 rounds. So it goes to show that he's got boxing ability as well, and I've seen it today. Gorman couldn't hit Dubois. Dubois was slipping and sliding. So it goes to show he has ability, and that's why he was in the GB squad. But personally, I think Dubois will go a lot further. I think he can beat the likes of Povetkin, Joseph Parker now, in my opinion. Looking at him, I think he's very skillful, and I just think although he's had less fights, I think he's ready.
Alright. Leave your thoughts, guys. Let me know what you think. Dubois putting in an impressive performance, punch-perfect performance against Nathan Gorman, stopping him in the 4th round. Leave your thoughts. And guys, remember to please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.